Hi guys, I'm a strong believer in policy over personality, but I understand that politics doesn't operate like that. Something people like about Farage is that he speaks his mind, or he's considered a straight talker. He doesn't pull his punches and will not hold back. He's of course a charlatan who will lie in order to get up the political ladder, but you can't say that he doesn't have fire in his belly. So there was an opportunity for Keir Starmer to call out Farage to the audience of GB News, and he failed miserably. Have a listen.
Chris Hope, GB News. Prime Minister Nigel Farage has 5 MPs. You've got 403. Are you panicking because Reform is so far ahead in the polls, it seems? Is he living rent-free in your brain? You went to a state school. Your dad worked in a factory. Your mum worked in the NHS. So why has a public school-educated former city trader got more in common with the Red Wall than you have?
Well, I've set out my divide. I think the single most important thing is to make sure we stabilise our economy and build on that strong foundation the future of our country. And that is what we're doing. And we're seeing the early signs of that. Growth is up, the highest in the G7 this year. Interest rates have come down 4 times. So we're beginning to show what happens when you stabilise the economy. And I want to protect working people from Nigel Farage, because I want to protect them from what he will do, which is exactly the same as Liz Truss, which will have a direct impact on their lives. And in relation to the second part of your question, I don't need lectures from Nigel Farage on what it means to be working people. I know what it means to work 10 hours a day in a factory 5 days a week. And I know that because that is what my dad did every single working day of his life. And that's what I grew up with. So I don't need lessons from Nigel Farage about the issues that matter most to working people in this country. Thank you, Chris.
Oh my goodness. Why doesn't he do like what I do? Call Nigel Farage a frigging charlatan. He's a liar. He lied to people on pretty much every occasion. He lied to them when it came to Brexit. He lied to them in 2019. He lied to them at the last election. Why doesn't Starmer say something like that? You notice he tap dances around the idea, while Farage, in contrast, will go for the jugular. He will go directly to the politician and attack the politician personally. Kemi Badenoch, Keir Starmer, anyone else. He will go directly for them. Why can Keir Starmer not do that? Call him out. He's a charlatan. He's a liar. He's on the side of the rich. He's not on the side of working class people. Until recently, he was rubbing shoulders with the richest man in the world. He's a party of the rich for the rich. He wants to cut taxes for the benefit of the rich, not for you, not for ordinary people. There was an open goal there for Starmer because he's speaking to GB News, Nigel Farage's turf. He could have destroyed him. But instead, he started talking about the economy. And then he said, well, you know, I'm not going to take any lessons from Nigel Farage. No, you have to go directly at him. Because he's going directly to you. He's saying, Keir Starmer's too afraid to do a debate with me. He's calling you out directly. You need to respond in kind. Once again, I hate this. It should be about policies. But Nigel Farage doesn't have any policies. All he has is personality. And people are going to vote for him based on his personality. So you need to come back in kind. It's not the 1990s or early 2000s anymore, where a slick politician would be able to sell a policy and then get it over the line, or get into power based on how well you're dressed or something like that. Those days are gone. It's dirty politics now. You need to respond in kind. And there was an opportunity there completely missed. Farage is popular not because of what he does. It's because of what he says. He says, I'm on your side. He says, Starmer and the Conservatives are working against you. He speaks directly to people. Starmer it's like he's speaking to a screen or something. He's not connecting. And this is going to cost him votes. Look at Ed Davey. Ed Davey, a bit of a clown, but he's connecting with people. I think this is helping the Liberal Democrats. Kemi Badenoch, completely disconnected from people's realities. Once again, she's a bit like a photocopy or a printout of a politician. She's not able to connect with people. Farage, I despise Nigel Farage, but he's really good at connecting with working class people. He cosplays, but he's been doing it for so long, he's perfected it. He's able to sit in a pub and have a joke with people and laugh and discuss politics, and then they'll go away thinking, well, this guy isn't too bad. I mightn't agree with his politics, but he's not that bad of a guy. Could we say the same about Keir Starmer or Kemi Badenoch? Of course not. So Starmer needs to go directly at Farage. He needs to call him out. He needs to say, this guy is a charlatan. He doesn't care about the working class. He voted against measures to protect workers. His policies are for the rich because he's rich. Say it. His friends are rich. He doesn't have working class friends because he wouldn't associate himself with people like you. He is only using you. Because if Starmer actually said the things that I'm saying here, it would go viral. It would actually help him. Because people would take a step back and go, wow, what the hell? I can't believe Starmer's actually saying this. He actually has a personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm going overboard here. But I feel that it should be about policies, but instead it's about personalities. Boris Johnson was really successful because Boris Johnson was a clown. And people were willing to go along with that because they thought it was funny. It was an absolute disaster, but he had personality. And I think, unfortunately, in politics today, you need that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.